They are accusing Democrats of saying we spend too much. For anyone that wants to entertain that thought, I ask you to think about the last time a person has said in this country that the government does too much for them, that their Social Security check was too high, that teachers are paid too much. When was the last time anyone has heard or seen that?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and oh boy, do we have a show for you today. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez walked into that hearing ready to lecture everyone about how the government doesn't do too much. But Chip Roy, he turned that little speech into a full-blown political massacre. With facts so sharp, even Democrats looked like they wanted to hide under their desks.
My friend from New York, Ms. Ocasio-Cortez, said, quote, "I ask you, think about the last time a person has said in this country that the government does too much for them. When was the last time anyone has heard or seen that?" I'll say it. I'll say it right here. I don't want the government doing most of the things that the government is doing to interfere with the ability of the American people to carry out their lives. Federal, state, and local. When was the last time you had a bureaucrat show up and you said, "Oh joy, thank you. I'm really glad there's a bureaucrat here"? When was the last time you were thankful for $32 trillion in debt, $100,000 almost for every man, woman, and child in America? Anybody thankful for $32 trillion in debt? Anybody? Anybody thankful for a border that's wide open being exploited by cartels while fentanyl comes in and kills our children? Everybody thankful for that Department of Homeland Security that doesn't actually secure the homeland? Everybody thankful for an FBI that went after Scott Smith and labeled him a domestic terrorist for daring to defend his daughter in a school board meeting because she was assaulted in a bathroom? Anybody thankful for the IRS knocking on your door, auditing the poor and the minorities 3 to 5 times more? People thankful for that? Are you thankful for the EPA or the Department of Interior that sent a man to prison because he had some ponds on his ranch in Montana? We have a government that is weaponized against the American people and is undermining our liberties, and they want more of it. My colleagues on the other side of the aisle want more government. They want more taxes. They want more spending. They want more bureaucrats knocking on your door.
So AOC stands up, full of confidence, voice booming like she's leading a Broadway protest. When was the last time anyone said the government does too much for them? The room froze, and then she kept going, praising high Social Security checks, fair pay for teachers, and of course, Biden's amazing record on cutting wasteful spending. Yeah, the same Biden administration that printed money like it was monopoly cash. Everyone on her side started clapping like they just solved world peace. But then Chip Roy stood up and suddenly, the smiles started fading. Chip Roy didn't even need a mic. The man's voice could cut through steel. He looks right at her and says, "I'll say it. I don't want the government doing most of what it's doing." You could almost hear Democrats whisper, "Oh no." He went off, $32 trillion in debt. Every American owing nearly $100,000 thanks to government overspending. He asked, when was the last time anyone was happy to see a bureaucrat knock on their door? I mean, seriously, nobody's ever said, "Oh, thank goodness the IRS is here. Let's bake them cookies." Then he hit them where it really hurt. The border. Anybody thankful for a border wide open and cartels running the show? Crickets. Pure silence. You could practically see AOC trying to blink her way out of that one. Roy didn't stop there. He laid out how fentanyl is pouring in, kids are dying, and the Department of Homeland Security is too busy pretending everything's fine. He asked, anybody thankful for that? Nope, not a single peep. Then came the knockout combo. Chip Roy called out the FBI for labeling parents as domestic terrorists. He blasted the IRS for auditing poor people and minorities more often than anyone else. And then he brought up the EPA, yeah, the one that literally sent a rancher to prison for having ponds on his own land. Roy leaned in and said, we've got a government weaponized against the American people, and Democrats want more of it. At that point, Democrats were wishing C-SPAN had technical difficulties. AOC tried to clap back with some moral high ground talk, but by then the debate was already over. Chip Roy didn't just dismantle her argument, he burned it, buried it, and built a border wall around it. He showed what the American people already know. the government doesn't need more control, it needs more accountability, and judging by AOC's face, she knew she just got fact-checked by a freight train. That, my friends, was a masterclass in political reality. Chip Roy took AOC's "government does good" narrative and turned it into a roast session that could have sold out comedy clubs. So here's the question for you. Do you think the government's doing too much or not enough? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and keep it spicy. And hey, if you enjoyed watching AOC's argument implode faster than a Twitter fact-check, make sure you smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more fiery political showdowns, because as long as the Democrats keep talking, you can count on Chip Roy and this channel to keep bringing the heat. See you in the next one.